What's up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be doing a Dokkan Battle LR tier list. So as you can see here, I have all the ones that I've never used down here. Either that or I think they're so garbage that they don't even deserve to be told that I've used them at least once. But no, I mean, these ones here, like, bottom of the barrel, or I haven't touched them, so I wouldn't be able to judge them for myself, and I don't want to, like, rank anything that I've never used. So, right now, or actually, let me throw Oob right in there, too, because I don't think I have, no, I actually bought, these guys with the battlefield memories. So there's all that. So we're just gonna go down the line here on what I think about all these guys. Some of these I've only used as friends. Like, I don't personally own Cell. I don't own Gohan. I don't own LR Goku Black and Zamasu. I don't own these guys. So I mean, I don't own him. So yeah, some of those are not at all going to be showing up, which is fine. I mean, I want to be able to rank what I do know, what I do play with, and what I can say for sure I'd rank. So without further ado, let's go ahead and go right into it. Starting up first, we have LR Gohan, and he's a fantastic unit. Infinitely stacking in defense makes him one of the biggest tankers in the game, with his active skill being so fucking hard to get. It's being so limited is such a detriment to him because of it. I mean, 58% with either an Android. With Android 16, you can do it once hit 58. Or if you're going against an Android's category, have an Android's ally, you have to wait until turn 5 and be below 58%. So like him and Cell, definitely in S tier because of the how they decided to go ahead and make the base levels before transformation pretty set, so that way you don't need them to transform to be the most amazing things ever. I mean, of course it's cool when they transform and stuff like that, but they're not unplayable without it. Which, like, some of these guys, I mean, if you're not fulfilling everything within the passive skill, they end up becoming absolute utter ass. So, I mean, that's what it goes to with URs. Eventually I'll make a list on that, I think, but for now, these guys are definitely easier to rank than some of these other guys. So, I mean, these two here, I mean, when it comes to Gohan, I mean, his defense stacking is absolutely amazing, but I can't, like, personally can't throw him in Z tier just because that transformation is so hard to get, and everyone wants to see Super Saiyan 2 Gohan. Like, come on now. But no, I mean, I can't, like, I can't be here and say, like, oh yeah, no, this Gohan's great, when you can't even use him to his full potential in 90% of the cases that you have him being played with. Like, that's not how this works. LR Major Vegeta's a little older. He's still good. I mean, that's the thing about these LRs here that I've got here, is that even though they've aged, and, like, obviously they're not, like, the best units anymore, like, they're still playable. I don't use Major Vegeta nearly as much. Sometimes I'll throw him on a Vegeta family, Vegeta's family team, but other than that, I mean, I'm not using him in a whole lot. Especially because after this guy came out, he wasn't even needed for a Majin Buu team anymore. If you wanted, like, a Vegeta character on there, like, this guy completely outshines him now. So it's not like he's needed anymore. They upped his super attack animation, which is always nice. It's always nice to look at. People were wanting his ultra super attack to be changed up, and I thought that was a stupid idea for the most part. But he and Broly are pretty easy to throw on there. Same with LR Pan. LR Pan's a really good not defensive unit, but a good support type. But in terms of her own damage and her own defense, it's not looking good. It's not good. Same thing with LR Hercule. I haven't gotten his Z Awakening, which it looks good, and I'd have to throw him on a couple teams. But for now, he'd be in B tier. But with the potential of his Z Awakening, Extreme Z Awakening, probably put him in A. But for now, I wouldn't do it quite yet. I wouldn't put him in A just yet. I just got this guy yesterday, and so he's not super attack level 20 yet, obviously. But having him probably an A, just because after he's gotten all his rainbow orbs, and you've got him on a movie Saga's team, stuff like that. I mean, this guy's dishing out damage. He's dishing out a lot of damage really fast. And same thing with this guy here. We'll get to him in a little bit. But no, I mean this Goku is really, really, really good. Because of his animations and stuff like that, I almost want to put him in S tier. Same thing with his usability. I mean, he doesn't have a whole lot of categories, but actually, let me go ahead and pull up our Spirit Bomb absorbed Goku. I want to check his. Okay, yeah. So attack plus 59, change key plus 2. So, yeah, no, I mean, his attack and defense is stacking really fast. And because that's infinite stacking, right? At least I think. Stacking. Yeah, I think these are I think this stacks up infinitely. But he is, he's definitely one of the ones that I'm glad that I pulled instead of Gohan. This one right here, especially his last part. Like, if you throw him onto a Super Saiyan team with, like, hold on. So then if you go, right, with Super Saiyan, throw him in with Gohan, throw him in with, or either one of these Gohans, really. Throw him in with them. Throw him in with, I believe STR Goku is right here. He should be. Yeah, I mean, throw him in with STR Goku. Where is he? There he is. Throw him in with this Goku here. Right? Or, like, my team right there, I'd have obviously STR Goku as the leader because of the 170 leader skill. But have him on rotation with LR Spirit Bomb Goku, and he's doing a really good amount of damage there. Like, these guys are incredible. No doubt about it. So, A tier right there for me, I think, is where I'd throw him. He's also pretty good on the Sun Family. I don't use him quite as much on Sun Family, but that's just a little small price to pay for a really good LR here. I mean, even playing with him for a day or so, definitely is one of the higher units up there. I want to talk about this Gohan here, because I'd almost throw him in C tier because his defense is so bad, because he doesn't raise any defense. He literally doesn't. This Gohan here, no matter how you slice it, is not doing any stacking for defense. Like, whatever you get with leader skills and links are all that's going to happen for him. Even like level 1s, I don't think I have any of his at level 10s. Yeah, no, I mean, before level 10, he's not getting any defense. And even then, I think only... That's 10%. That's 5%. So at max, right, with comment or gaze of respect and prepared for battle, you're only getting 15% defense in there, which is not a lot at all in any case for his defense. Like 13,000 is laughable at this point. And then I've only got him right here with 10,806. And even telling you right now, that's not enough anymore. Like, maybe when he was first released it was really good, but now with everything else and how much harder the events have become and how much more attack and super attacks people have, and the debuffing and buffing up that enemies have now, he's not a good unit anymore. I mean, he's good for like the punching bag unit or the punching bag event and stuff like that, but he's not good in terms of anything practical. If you're trying to take him on Battlefield, it's not going to work. If you're going to try and take him on Legendary Goku event, he's going to get one shot. If not, it's 2 shots and he's gone. 1 super attack and he's gone. This Gohan isn't any sort of good anymore. All the other teen Gohans outclass him by an absolute mile. LR Super Saiyan 4 Goku. I'm gonna get a lot of flack here, for putting him in one of these two here, because I use him on almost every team that I can put him in. I will, because while he's a little dated now, he's a little yeah, so he's a little dated. He's a little older, but my biggest problem with him is that he doesn't have a lot of defense until after you launch a super attack. And then after that, it starts rising. But the versatility that comes from him, but also on the right events, he punishes. He absolutely 1000% punishes. And so, while he's kind of there, just not... do I want to put him in S tier? Maybe I'll... Just for how much I've actually used this guy, I might throw him at the top of A tier. It's not a bad unit, but he's a little dated. But he's the biggest boost that the Sun family has for a category. Because if we look at the leaders for the Sun family, that's... Oh, that's not the Sun family. It would be Goku's family. Yeah, my brain's still in Legends. But I mean, if you're looking at the leaders, right? Unless you're using Gobros for him, it's not the same. 130 to 170. And then 170 to 130, right? So, I mean, it's not the same thing. You can interchange them, hypothetically. You can make the case that these guys are better as a unit, but I personally care more about how much defense is gained from the super attack than the attack that's coming from it, because you can always get other units that stack defense, but or stacking attack, but stacking defense becomes important really quickly, especially in the long term. And then, I mean, it's not the worst thing. They're pretty interchangeable for me. I can change out these two units relatively easily, but with a Goku's family team, this guy here is probably where I go for. The only problem is this little GT Link here. I mean, he's gonna have it anyway regardless, but the GT Link, I mean, in terms of Sun family, I mean, you can't even link him with here. Like, if you linked him with STR, Super Saiyan 4 Goku would probably work for the better, but that's not really viable anymore because you can't throw them on the same team, so it won't come out. It won't amount to anything, really. Yeah, I mean GT Goku, that GT Link, but I mean Kamehameha. Most, if not all, no, it wouldn't be all, but most Gokus have that. Saiyan Roar, I'd actually say it's probably a little less. Yeah, it's a little less. Not as much characters have that. Yeah, no. Well, Bardock has it. I'd use that. I'd use it with. Ooh, wait, no, just kidding. That's not the right HL Bardock. I was about to say that doesn't look right. Nah, that Saiyan Roar. Don't use a lot of that. So those two are gone. Prepare for battles in a lot of people. Fierce battles in a lot of people. Legendary powers with a lot of people. Super Saiyan, obviously. But then the categories here. Grade 8 power. Kamehameha. Kamehameha is easily the most meta team in the game. You really can't go wrong with a Kamehameha team. That is easily one of the best teams that you can possibly make. Pure Saiyans is pretty simple. Shadow Dragon Saga, I don't believe, has... Okay, hold on. I didn't realize this Gogeta here. Okay, yeah, so Gogeta would be the leader for that you'd probably want to use him with. I don't know, overall, a solid unit. But since we were talking about Go Bros, let me go ahead and throw him right on here. I'm going with S. He's not as dated, in my personal opinion. He's a lot more versatile in terms of that. But I should just keep the tab open, in all honesty. I should probably keep the tab open. The tab open to really show that off. But more categories, almost better categories. Movie Heroes is getting a bit of buffs, especially with the new Gohan that came out. Kamehameha, again, most meta team. Super Saiyans, great team. Siblings Bond, fantastic team. Full Power, great team. Majin Buu, after the 350 million that we just did, fantastic team. Hybrid Saiyans, link this guy with the UR transforming Gohan, the one with the active skill. He is really good. Not active skill. I mean, both of them do. But the tech transforming Majin Buu Saga Gohan. Link him with there, and those guys are a force to be reckoned with, 1000%. I'll go ahead and rapid fire some of these here. Haven't played with him as much. From what I can tell, he's pretty decent. Only reason that I didn't throw him into this category here is because I used him a lot on a Super Battle Road as well as the Extreme Z Awakenings. So that's the only reason why I'm not throwing him down there. I don't own that unit personally. I used him as a friend a lot though. So it worked. It worked. These guys, if you put them on Dragon Ball Seeker's team, does a lot of damage, but if you don't have Kale and Caulifla to back them up in a different category, they're basically non-playable. These guys here have aged beautifully. I think they increased defense on one of their super attacks. But yeah, I think one of theirs does. I'm gonna go to Super Vegito. One of their super attacks. Okay, no, they don't. Yeah, they don't. Which is weird. Because I could have sworn. Okay. That 150 is it for them. Yeah, that 120. That 150. Huh. I guess it makes sense as to why they're at 15. That's why their defense is pretty solid. Because they don't gain any. I didn't even realize. That's tough. That's tough. I did not realize that Vegito did not get any defense buffs besides the base. That's not good. But I really... Top of 8 tier. Yeah. Top of 8 tier is probably where I'm gonna take that. I think that's fair. Yeah, I think that's fair. This guy here is old, but his Extreme Z Awakening, it's definitely something to be reckoned with. Z tier, I've been having a lot of fun using him as a friend. Z tier, his buffs that he gets. I don't know if you've all ever seen his not that guy. Sign of a Turnaround. This passive skill is so good. Attack and defense was 77%. Great chance of evading the enemy's super attack for 7 turns. I think that's a 70%? That is a 70%. And then afterwards it becomes a 50% after the 7 turns, right? So he's still dodging. But then it gets even better. So, and then evading, starting from the... So then every super attack evaded, going up to 77%, going up to 7% key, or 7 key, and then including the super attacks, right? So, I mean, there's been a couple times where this guy evaded a couple attacks and brought me to a super attack, or evaded enough attacks to the point where he got me to an ultra super attack, disabling the guard, right? Disabling the guard and mega colossal damage. Wonderful, absolutely beautiful. Link skills are absolutely wonderful. He makes the Realm of Gods team one of the best teams to use. It is so much fun to use those teams. It's not even funny anymore. Universal Survival Saga helps out representatives of Universe 7. He completely outshines the UR version of himself, the one that transforms into MUI. But I would expect that at the 6th anniversary, when Mastered Ultra Instinct drops, for that unit to be better than this guy. I would 1000% expect that unit to be absolutely game-changing. These categories here, I mean, you don't get a passive skill like this very often. And I mean, this guy was absolutely great, and I'm glad I wailed in order to get this guy. I spent too much money to get this guy, but definitely recommended. He is easily one of my favorites. This guy here's a lot of fun. After he transforms into Super Vegito, he becomes an absolute monster. I mean, like, this guy is off the charts. Definitely off the charts. Just, I mean, if we're talking strictly on which one we think is the best unit in the game, at a true, like, at an objective level, I'm 1000% giving it to him. Because not only with the team, stuff like that, but also the fact that he actually does end up, without foreseeing super attacks, I think for 5 turns. And I mean, that's huge. That's huge. They are Battle of Wits, I believe. Yeah, I think they're Battle of Wits, because they're the leader there. And because of the solo leader, right? I mean, these guys are great. Transforms into Super Vegito. It is for 10 turns. Okay, I definitely didn't read this leader skill all the way. But no, I mean, always great to raise attack and defense. Always great to raise attack and defense. Mega Colossal's always fine. Recovers 50% HP, which is okay. Because obviously these guys here, I mean, they do end up, both these guys here restore to 100%, but that's also because they don't increase defense at all. So those guys would probably end up being somewhere around here near the end of B if they didn't bring back the health all the way. Attack and defense was 150, medium chance making that a 50% chance performing a critical hit. When I make my Dokkan Fest exclusive URs, there's that medium chance becoming a perfect chance, or a 100% chance with Cooler, is 1000% stupid important, because that ends up really becoming one of the more game-breaking units. I mean, there's a lot to talk about with Cooler, so we'll go into him once we keep going there. But yeah, no, I mean, this, if we're talking about objectivity, these guys take the cake as the #1 unit. Definitely 1000%. From what I hear, Jiren would probably be somewhere around there, and once he drops, they'll probably end up trying to get him as well. I don't know if I'm gonna wail for him. I don't know. I might. I really might. These guys here I don't use a ton of, but their leader skill is definitely special, because no other unit has a 177% boost on any stat. on anything. So these guys are really special. When they want to hit hard, they really hit hard, but if you don't build your team around them, they're not the greatest unit in the world. Having universe representatives of Universe 7 helps with them. Ken Goku, obviously. This guy here, obviously. Throwing those two in there definitely helps to make these guys shine again. Transforming Vegito and Gogeta. These guys are interchangeable. It all depends on what I need. If I need more of a harder hit, if I want someone that's going to hit a little harder, it'll be Gogeta. If I want someone that's going to defend a little more, that'll be Vegito. But the guaranteed super attack is definitely what gives me the edge for Vegito. That there's no two ways about it. I mean, this guy is 1000%. his passive definitely appeals to me just a tiny bit more. Because let me show you here. So, evading, medium chance of becoming a super attack when attacking. I think it's blue that guarantees. Okay, so launches an additional super attack. He's guaranteed to get it. Plus an additional key plus 3 as the first or second attacker. 50, no, that's, yeah, okay, no, it is a 50. 50% chance of evading enemies' attacks as the third attacker in the turn. Yes, 1000%. We love that. Yeah, this guy here, I would give it to Vegito as better than Gogeta. Gogeta hits harder consistently, but that additional super attack levies it for me. Definitely. This guy here, I don't use him all that much. Lowering this guy's defense was not a good decision, I don't think. Because defense minus 70%. No, that's not good. Because here's the deal, right? Because LR Super, or not LR, but a UR Super Saiyan 3 Broly got his Extreme Z Awakening. And his passive skill lowers defense by 6% for every key orb that he gets. It's either regular key orb or tech key orb. It won't even matter. It doesn't even matter which one. But my biggest problem with that, I mean, lowering 70, I mean, that's not... If you can't get that back... Like, if you can't get that defense back. That's the problem. Is that unless he's at the third rotation with no one hitting him, he loses any chance of being able to do anything. I mean, look at that. Like, that's... No, like, lowering the enemy's defense, like, that's fine. That's fine. But lowering your own defense as well? I mean, are you serious? Because if that doesn't if their attack isn't lowered, then that makes him useless. But that's also why no one uses him anymore. In terms of, there's a lot more Super Saiyan 3s out there that do a lot better. Shoot, I mean, even this guy outshines him now. Just because it doesn't debuff him. Defense plus 120. Defense boost plus 70%. 77%. Defense plus 33%. Like, greatly raises attack for one turn. 50% chance of stunning the enemy. Shoot, I mean... Yeah, no, I mean, if you're talking solely on Super Saiyan 3, I mean, this guy's gotten outshined in basically every way except for maybe base stats. And even then, I mean, base stats aren't going to matter much if you're dead within the next turn. Like, come on now. So, probably, I might have to rearrange this. Yeah. These two are pretty bottom tier. I mean, yeah, no, I mean that lowering that defense was never a good idea. So with that out of the way, without absolutely trashing this guy, because like, he's still a good unit, right? But like, in terms of LRs, I mean, I'm sure 90% of these guys here have this guy beat. I mean, if you use his 12 key super attack, he's probably fine. Like, if you just use this guy here with a rare chance to stun the enemy, only being the buff that he has, I mean, that's okay. Like, that kind of works, but other than that, I mean, if no one's trying to only get the 12 to 17 key attack. No one is. No one does that. So, yeah, I think keeping him there is pretty justified. This guy here always hits really hard. Chopping off 8% of health isn't the greatest thing in the world. But he makes up for it. He definitely makes up for it with how hard he hits with his super attacks and stuff like that. Especially with his Nova Strike. And it's also not hard. It's not too hard to get him to 18 key if you have him on a Wicked Bloodline or Frieza Force team. He's not hard to get key at all. 8%. I think right there is fair. LR Vegito, I'm only putting him there because I've used him a lot when I was trying to grind out my account. So I've got really fond memories of the guy. If I was looking at it from no bias, like a non-biased angle, probably throw him low B tier. But because I've used him as much as I do, probably throw him at the low A tier. King Cold and Frieza are fine. Middle of B tier. They're alright. Vegeta. I want to talk about this guy here for a minute. Pretty quick. Just enough to... Alright, so Angel Vegeta. I didn't need to do that. I didn't need to do that at all. I like that he has a unit super attack. Like, he's maybe... I think he's only one of 3 units that have that. Which is weird. Which is weird to me. But it is what it is, right? Passive skill. Run this guy with a Majin Buu Saga Goku, right? So let's take a look here. You can run this guy with right there, I believe. I'd have to take a look if you can run him there. I'd have to Dokkan Awaken my own guy first. I think he did all that. I'd have to take a look. If not, personally, I would probably run him with either free-to-play Goku here, or I would run him with Super Saiyan 2 transforming Super Saiyan 2 Goku. Probably where I throw him for a team. And I mean, that's not... That wouldn't be the worst idea in the world to do that. Or at least I wouldn't think so. Yep, so you would need a Majin Buu category ally whose name includes Goku. Oh, okay. So it includes Goku. Yeah, so that Vegito untransformed will give you that little active skill there. Then in turn, it's going to help out with that. So now, the unit super attack is also going to be someone that includes Goku, right? So, okay, yeah, so you can go with any one of these guys. That should do the trick. And then, yeah, so they would just have to be from Majin Buu Saga is all it is. But yeah, no, I mean, this guy here is definitely easier to get his active skill. So he's better than Gohan in terms of getting that. I haven't played with him enough to really make a fair assessment. Probably throw him there for now. LR Cell. Probably put him right here. Bootanks is fine. He is better than his counterparts in every way, but he's also better than the UR transforming Buu, I think, in my own personal opinion. The one that released with Gotenks. Ki is never hard to get with him. He will always, I mean, it is a rare occurrence for him not to get his 18 Ki super attack. So, oh, they don't name him Bootanks, so it'd be Buu Gotenks Absorbed, that would probably be what he's called. Invincible Absorption. Yeah, so that is he is Power Absorption, Majin Power. So I think it's the Majin Power that he outclasses. But, yep, it is Majin Power that he outclasses by a long shot. This guy right here, I mean, he is easily one of the top units in the game. But yeah, no, this guy here is so easy to get Ki. Because you're getting 2 Ki for every one that you grab, right? So you're almost doubling in Ki depending on how much you actually click on. So, I mean, 85 to 95% of the time, you're going to get this guy to the Ultra Super Attack, which then is going to give you extra damage, obviously, right? So, Big Bad Boss is huge thing. Any unit that has Big Bad Bosses, you're going to want to link level 10. Because once you reach level 10, they will always have the attack and defense plus 25%, which is huge. Because all these guys here that have it, if they're in A tier or above, are going to end up with a lot of they'll end up with a lot of stat boosts on that regard. Like 25% is nothing to scoff at. Jiren doesn't have it though, which is weird to me. I don't know why they wouldn't give Jiren that. What did they give him instead? So I haven't looked at Jiren enough since it's not on global to really figure out where I'd place him. Supreme Warrior, Shocking Speed, and Fighter. Godly Power, Tournament Power, Fierce Battle, and Legendary Power. That's not too bad. That's really not. I mean, I guess he wouldn't be in Big Bad Bosses, considering that he wasn't really evil. He really wasn't. I mean, Jiren's not an evil guy. So I guess it makes sense not to throw him in there. Let me see here. It's Goku Black. I guess that's fair. I guess that's probably why they threw it in where they did. All these guys are pretty freaking evil, let me tell you. It makes sense. It's sorted better than the categories. Their links are definitely sorted better than the categories, let me tell you that. But yeah, no, I mean, that works. It's probably, yeah, I mean, that's probably why they didn't throw Jiren right on there, which makes sense. I can't say that I'd fault them on it. But anywho, this has been the video for today. Please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video.